Hi, my name is Emma Friedman, and I'm going to share with you my experience working in a service learning program abroad through World Strides. So, I was in Cusco, Peru for 2 months for the summer, and I was working in an institution called Centro de Salud Castillo in Cusco. So, you might wonder why did I choose Castillo and why was I working in specifically psychology? Well, so the location was very convenient to my host family's house. So the commute to the commute to the building was 16 minutes each morning and back. So it was very easy. It wasn't like an hour long drive. And I study both psychology and Spanish in my university. So it was the perfect learning opportunity for me. I wanted to get an idea if I want to work in a psychology clinic for when I'm older. So it was the perfect opportunity and even to learn what it is like to work in a clinic abroad. And what was the experience like? It was incredible. It was amazing. I worked with really kind people who were super supportive. I looked forward to going to work every morning. I'd come in and I'd greet them with a kiss on the cheek and a hug because that was customary in Peru. And my impact at Castillo, well, I formed really strong connections with my coworkers. We had very deep conversations, and they said that I made a big impact there and that they'll remember me forever. So that was really sweet. We would talk about our life experiences, politics, our opinions on things, and it was crazy because it all was in my second language. It was a great experience. Um, I taught them things about my life, and they taught me things about theirs, and it was just a great exchange. So they said that they gained a lot from me being there too, which felt good. That I wasn't just coming in pushing my own ideas. I was taking the time to listen and contribute when asked. So what did I gain? I gained Spanish fluency. My one huge goal was I wanted to be able to speak without having to translate everything. So and I got to that point. I'm very happy because I was able to just speak and talk like my authentic self using Spanish. I got a good cultural awareness. I was living abroad for 2 months, so I had to learn to live how you live. I learned the traditions. I learned what's normal, what's appropriate, um, and I got to work with a team. When one of us needed some help, the others helped out. And I made amazing new friends that I will always have, and I will stay in contact with them. And that photo is Morai, which is uh, a site in Peru, which was very beautiful and very important to me. And then in the background is Pisac, another site with ruins. There's a lot of ruins in Peru, and it is unlike anything else I've ever seen before. My favorite adventure was to Lake Umantai with my group. We did 8 hours of hiking because it was a big hike and we accidentally went in the wrong direction for 2 hours, but it was a funny story in the end. And when we finally got to the spot, it was so satisfying and it made us all definitely a lot closer. And then my favorite dishes that my host family would make for me were lentejas, which was lentils, and they would make a lot of special pastas, like pasta, chicken, veggies, and the sauce was always really good. And lomo saltado, which is a very famous dish in Peru, and it's normally with beef, but my family would make it in chicken for me, which was really sweet because I was vegetarian when I was younger, and it's always been a little easier to eat chicken than red meat. And what would have been nice to know in the start? So, if I was to give someone some advice who's going to do a similar program to me, the nights were really cold. I was going during the winter. I recommend to bring some sweatpants and some more layers. And then also, I wore my own scrubs that I brought, and I only brought one pair, and I would recommend to bring more scrubs. I would wash them often, but I was wearing my own scrubs. And there would be a lot of downtime at work, and I learned to make the most of my time. I would journal my experiences, I would study some more Spanish grammar, or I just would talk with my coworkers and have a good time with them. But I definitely thought that I was going to constantly be doing something, so that might be something to keep in mind, that you're going to have to make these best use of your time. And then what to avoid in a service learning program. So I would definitely avoid prejudice and judgment, and to just get rid of ethnocentric biases, because we often think that the way we go about life is the correct way, and that's the normal, and everyone else is doing something maybe strange. But we need to just get rid of those judgments, because everyone is living in a different way, and it's special to them, and they might be doing something that is actually easier, or it leads to more connection within family or friends, or it's tradition. So it's always important to just listen and understand, instead of assuming that your way is the best way. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, because I had the best time in Cusco, and I will remember it forever. Thank you.